Do you need to pass your CISM? Well, then I can help. My name's Sean, and as Master Trainer here at NemStar, we've helped thousands of people just like you achieve their CISM. During these short sessions, I'm going to go over some of the most difficult exam questions, give you techniques, and give you answers. Okay, this is how to pass your CISM. As part of our series of 3 sessions helping you pass your CISM, this time we're going to look at keywords. This is an ISACA classic, okay? The rules for answering exam questions where keywords change everything. You must be able to get these right. Once you know about them, they're easy, but unless you know to look for them, well, it's going to really hurt your exam score. Our rules for this is number 1. My rule, ignore the highlighted word. The word in big letters, the word in bold. No, that's not the important word. It virtually never is on an ISACA question. The next one we do is we look for unnecessary words. Is there any words in the sentence that are superfluous, that are not needed? If they drop the word global in, why did they do that? If they dropped the word multinational in, if they dropped the word legal compliance in, why have they put that phrase in? Every word in the question is there because the question needs it to be answered. There are no superfluous words in an ISACA exam question. Number 3, synonyms. If I say to you, what sort of inoculation system do you have? If I asked you about your behavior monitor, if I asked you about your expert system file monitoring product, what am I talking about? Antivirus, an inoculation system, a file behavior system, an artificially intelligent machine learning expert system that monitors file behaviors. All of them mean antivirus. They won't call it antivirus. They'll make up a synonym. They won't call it a firewall. They'll call it a border gateway service, a perimeter system, a boundary defense. They won't call it firewalls. Synonyms. Watch out for synonyms. And in the old tradition of Microsoft exams going back to the 1990s, watch out for the double negatives. What is it that you're not supposed to do? What is it you don't want to not do? Watch out for your double negatives. These are our 4 methods to help you do keywords. We're now going to look at 3 different exam questions and try to apply these techniques to help you get that all-important CISM exam pass. So let's look at our first question to apply these techniques. Question number 1. Who should be responsible for enforcing access rights to application data? Should the data owners be responsible? Should the business process owners be responsible? Should the security steering committee be responsible? Should security administration be responsible? Of course, all of them are responsible in a certain way. All of them have shared responsibility. So guess what? Rule number 1, it's not the word responsible. So what word is it? Read it again. Who should be responsible for enforcing access rights? There's the answer. This actually is one of the techniques we used in one of our other exam sessions when we did Plan, Do, Check, Act, PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act. When we get to enforcing, Enforcing is doing something. So it's actually part of doing. And who does something? It is IT. IT are responsible for enforcing information security. They enforce the controls. They follow our standards. In this one, we're gonna link the word enforcing with the word security administrators and really admin. IT people, administrators. It's always the technical people that enforce and implement the controls. Read it again. It's not about who's responsible. It's about who enforces. IT department enforces. COVID. So let's move on to our second question today. From an information security manager perspective, what is the immediate benefit of clearly defined roles and responsibilities? So this is about RACI, responsible, accountable, consulted and informed. And we have enhanced policy compliance. Yep, it can do that. Improve procedure flows. Yeah, if you've got good, clear, defined roles and responsibilities, you will get improved procedure flows. Segregation of duties. Yes, if you have different duties lifted with clearly roles and responsibilities, it definitely helps. And yes, it helps with better accountability. It's yet again 4 right answers, isn't it? It's yet again one of those ones where even picking one incorrect answer is really quite difficult. We need to go back and we need to find the key word. What's the key word in this sentence? From an information security manager perspective, what is the immediate benefit? And there's your key word. What do you think it is? What's the key word in this one? It's the word immediate. It's superfluous. You don't need it in the question. Look, if I go and do this and remove the word immediate out of your question for you, it still reads completely okay. From an information security manager perspective, what is the benefit? Now you've got a nightmarish question. They've put the word in to try to make this a little bit easier for you. It's immediate. The one thing that happens immediately, that if you sign a contract, it is immediately applicable. This is to do with RACI in HR contracts. COVID. You're supposed to have RACI charts in every HR contract. And the minute that you sign a contract, it's legally enforceable. The answer to this is D. It's better accountability. Why? Because it's the only one that is immediate. Because once you sign a contract, it's live. That was a little bit of a sneaky one, wasn't it? Shall we go and find out what we have for our third question, our third and final one this time? Let's find out right now. So there you have it. 2 questions down, 1 more to go. What surprises will this one have in store? Let's check it out. Question 3. Which of the following is the most appropriate position to sponsor the design and implementation of a new security infrastructure in a large global enterprise? So you've got one keyword straight away, sponsor. So you're looking for a very senior person. Let's go and check the answers. So we get number 1, we get CISO, absolutely always going to be key for us. That could be an option. You also get the COO, very high level individual. That could be an option. However, we can eliminate two answers at this point. Neither C nor D are valid choices. Number one, Chief Privacy Officer. They're limited to personally identifiable information. They are not usually as senior as a CISO, and there is no way would a Chief Privacy Officer make decisions about design and implementation of infrastructure. Their privacy, they're only really concerned with PII, PHI, and PSI. Personally identifiable information, personal health information, and personally sensitive information. It's not going to be a privacy officer. And number two, it is not going to be Chief Legal Counsel. In this exam, legal counsel can only be responsible and accountable for the legal advice they give you. Never pick legal in any ASACA exam question, not unless the question is, who gives you legal advice? You're allowed to pick it if that's the question, but in every other scenario, avoid picking legal. It is nearly always the incorrect answer. This is not going to be a Chief Privacy Officer. This is not going to be a Chief Legal Counsel. So there you go, it's a 50-50 and everybody goes CISO. And you're all wrong. Because the answer is B. Why? Well, what do you mean, why? It's quite straightforward. If you spot the word or phrase you've missed something in the question. Read it again. Look for the key word. Which of the following is in the most appropriate position to sponsor the design and implementation of a new security infrastructure in a... That's the phrase you missed. There's no superfluous words. Why did they tell you it was a large global business? Go back into COVID. Go back over your roles and responsibilities. Do you remember? In a large global organization, you can have many of those, but only one of those. We report into the CIO reports into the COO reports into the CEO. We can't make a decision. I work with large multinational organizations every day of the week. I work with organizations that have 9, 10, and 11 CISOs. They have a CISO for North America, a CISO for Europe, one for Asia, one for the Middle East, one for New Zealand and Australia. You can get companies that will have 10, 11, 12 CISOs, and one of them can't make a decision that tells the other 9 of them what to do. In a large global organization, you need to go up the management tree till you find one person that's in charge. A better answer, in my opinion, would be CIO, because we report into CIOs, but the CIO reports into the COO, and there will only be one COO in each company, according to the Harvard MBA. See, this is not CISO. It is absolutely, definitely the Chief Operating Officer, one of those, many of those, because you're in a large global business. All the words are important. How many people on the exam do you think pick CISO and hit next without even thinking? You must think. This is a thinking person's exam. It's not about technology, it's not about protocols, it's about business. That's what COVID really does. So there you have it. Another 3 examples of how to use the techniques for keywords. Ignore the highlighted word. Is there any unnecessary words? Are there any synonyms? Are there any double negatives? CISM is difficult, but it's well within your grasp. If you like this little session, if you learned it, it's part of a series of 3, so check out our NemStar YouTube channel. And if you are interested in continuing your career and learning, well, do follow us on YouTube. But from me from now, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.